Namaste dear souls and a warm welcome to my space of wisdom. I'm Shalini, paying my gratitude to all of you. Thank you so much for joining me for another insightful video. In this video, I will be sharing more details about ancestors. There are two videos on my channel about ancestors and their wisdom. You can watch them to understand this video in depth. As per Hinduism, the period of ancestral ritual that is called Pitra Paksha or Shraddha is about to begin, but the information in this video is comprehensible and applicable to all Indians or non-Indians ancestral work as it's a Sanatan knowledge. Who is an ancestor? First, we must know that. So due to limited understanding, people consider the recent bloodline ancestors as their only ancestors. Here, I want you to understand that as per Guru's knowledge, since the birth of the soul has acquired or accumulated many forms of energies, and one is their ancestral accumulation. Hence, the existence of ancestors goes beyond one's current lifetime. So, for more details to understand different lifetimes, you can watch a video called Journey from Pashu to Pashupatinath. Links of all those videos which I am mentioning here are in the description box. So what are the common symptoms to know if the ancestors are angry with the lineage? If the ancestors are angry, they won't allow any knowledge we accumulate to turn into wisdom so that we can use it. And without wisdom, knowledge is like half doctor or half judge who listens to the case but couldn't comprehend the root cause and identify the real culprit. But justice is served to the one who deserves to be punished. They close the way to comprehend anything or everything that can bring happiness in the lineage. Most of the darkness comes from ancestral issues or so-called Pitra Dosha in your birth chart. Some common problems one can face due to this issue are family issues, like the parents in the family can behave immaturely from their emotional self, and one can feel that they are missing some common sense in wisdom. Their decisions are mostly taken by their wounded inner child. These parental figures and these parental issues either originate from you or from your parents and the offsprings. Another symptom is, although this may or may not be common, but angry ancestors compare and create jealousy within siblings. You can find many people nowadays not on comfortable terms with their siblings. Angry ancestors don't like to extend their lineage and block the idea of having children in the bloodline. That is also a common problem nowadays. They don't want to see anyone happy as they themselves are not happy with you. Due to people's unawareness, they had trapped their ancestors in their long karmic cycles, where every single day for them is like curses and tortures. For example, nowadays people does all the rituals after death of an elderly or anyone and finish the related rituals quickly due to their perceived lack of time within 2 to 3 days or maximum 4 days, and don't follow the Vedic wisdom where the ritual can go on for almost more than 40 days immediately after death, and some rituals need action throughout a year after their passing away. With this small negligence in understanding how our ancestors face difficulties while moving forward in their afterlives, we create big issues in the lives living on the planet. During the pandemic period, many bodies were left unattended and were burnt as the family members were fearful for their own life. It's very difficult to explain as it has too many facets and details that a book can be written on this. So how do we make them angry? Mainly, we resist the rituals they have set for the lineage, and we are living against those. For example, They used to wear Janeu, but now no one wears in the family, not even during prayers and rituals. Or if the lineage used to work in agricultural land and the lineage offspring goes for some corporate job and struggling to mend enough, they get angry. In that case, person can ask for forgiveness in advance by saying that he is starting something different from the family and he seeks ancestral forgiveness and blessings in this endeavor, or else he may also has to face challenges. We know that anyone who is getting tortured can't bless another one. Hurt people hurt others. You may know this statement. This is true in the current times. When the ancestors face difficulties in their spiritual ascension, they create issues to attract attention, but we miss that opportunity too by showing our busyness. You also can't be angry at your ancestor because all these happenings are due to the natural course of action of natural forces. So getting angry with your ancestors makes no sense. Instead, listening, understanding and helping them make perfect sense. To attract you, they interact with the energies of people who are in close proximity of you and trigger them so that they can create more problems in your lives so that you can pay attention to them. They do interact through different relationships like in-laws, friends, parents, spouses, bosses, strangers, etc. They show a different picture of yours in front of others and you are confused that why the other person is thinking wrong of you. Again, a very common symptom in households and workplaces nowadays. They don't support their own children due to universal laws. They trigger to intensify a particular negative emotion between people so that they become jealous and can team up with others to hurt each other. They don't want to see the lineage happy at all. They love to blame, curse, talk negative, create bigger issues. Most of the negative energy ancestors belong to lower dimensions, like the dimensions of snakes, mice, insects, pishach, rakshasas, etc. But some who were from Devayuni or human incarnations previously can be satisfied by small favor by just fulfilling their desires of particular food, clothes and gifts, etc. Due to angry ancestor, if there are any happy moments in the lineage like marriages, childbirth and business growth, etc., firstly, these won't manifest in the lineage at all, like any happy moments or financial growth of any kind. Somehow, even if it got manifest, the process becomes extremely slow and the lineage members have to put a lot of efforts into getting small moments of happiness or a bite of financial gain. That is why it has become a norm that one must avoid buying anything new during Pitra Paksha because the ancestors won't bless it and the thing you have bought may not be fruitful to you or your family. That's why it is a ritual during these 15 days of Pitru Paksha to make your ancestors happy by donating, praying and serving them in all the ways possible. Although you can put efforts to make them happy all 365 days, not restricting to only 15 days. The reason why these 15 days were kept particularly for ancestors is because every year at this particular period, the veil between the mental and spiritual world gets thinner and one can connect to ancestors to fulfill their wishes. Your oldest ancestor is Sadashiv or Chaitanya and Maharshi Kashyap, or you can say Holy Trinity, who are called Brahma, Vishnu and Mahesh. Shakti or Devi is not separate from any of them. So if you satisfy your ancestors and they forgive you, you can buy new clothes, get a new vehicle, start a new business, even in Pitra Paksha, and your Pitra will be there to bless you for success. Their blessings hold the utmost importance. The blessings will bring unlimited abundance that you may have never expected in your generations. It's a suggestion that during this Pitra Paksha, take the blessings from them. Ask for their forgiveness. Heal your ancestral issues and patterns. Share with others whatever you can. The more you release from your life that is bothering you, the more you will be free from their curses. You can do prayers, yajna, donations. There are many ways you can satisfy them. You can ask during your daily prayers. Close your eyes and ask your ancestors that kindly guide me. How can I satisfy you if I was unaware? They will share with you within maximum 2 to 3 days that whatever they want, either someone will come to let you know what they want, you can experience them in your dreams, or by influencing your thought, they can let you know what you can do for them. But most importantly, while doing all these physical actions, accept that you have done wrong with them, even if you don't know the details of any wrongdoing. Still ask for their forgiveness. You don't know your lifetimes, but they do. It can take 2 to 3 years maximum if you ask for their forgiveness. They are divine and they love you. Sooner or later, they will forgive you. Guru says that in every family there is one individual whom the ancestors have chosen to help them free from the curse of the particular lifetime that has created some issues for them. Hence, if you are rebellious, truthful, loves justice, and you are facing the issues mentioned, your ancestors have chosen you to free them from the cursed life they are leading because of your unaware actions. So don't forget, you are your own ancestors too. And not every family is blessed to be successful in this task, although the opportunities are the same for all. So previously accessing the ancestors wasn't easy and the time cycle wasn't allowing to access them and to know their wishes. But now, as the huge shift is happening in the timeline, the veil has been lifted so that the ancestors can come through and ask for their release. This time period where things are so easy comes after millions of years, when the veil becomes thin. And the process is also extremely fast. No ancestors want to leave the opportunity to not take advantage of it. Don't you want to help them? And take advantage of the once in millions years opportunity. I'm sure you do. Don't forget to watch other ancestors' videos to find remedies too. Keep praying and releasing them. May you receive their blessings. Until then, take care. Much love. Namaste.